Hi guys, welcome to another session of Yoga Therapy for Diabetes. I'm Evan Soroka. I'm a certified yoga therapist and also a person who lives with type 1 diabetes. And if you have type 1 diabetes like me, it's common to experience hypoglycemia. So I want in this video to first of all address what is hypoglycemia and to talk about how to develop willpower in the midst of hypoglycemia by using some really simple yoga therapy techniques. Speaking of which, it always seems like I'm getting low whenever I'm recording. Actually, the last few videos I've literally gotten low, but my CGM is not working right now, so I'm on old school finger pricks, but it's always good regardless to just confirm that what you're feeling or what you're seeing on a screen is actually what's going on. And yeah, I mean, I'm not low, but I'm getting there, and it's different. You know, there's a different feeling for when you're just 72 and you're staying there versus 72 and going down. I feel that in my body. I feel it like here. It's just, how am I supposed to explain it? Everyone's a little bit different, but I'm going to treat with one of these and just do this video and be with the experience. It'll be a good teaching tool. It's really hard when you're low to just treat with 15 grams of carbohydrates and to wait for 15 minutes. So I want to teach you a technique so that you can apply that rule of 15-15, or there's a lot of talk out there in the diabetes community that that's really impossible and people really are challenged with doing that. So I think that it's very important, and that if you can start to treat your lows appropriately instead of binge eating, which is something that I used to do as a teenager. And don't get me wrong, I still have had those moments where it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I wake up and I'm like 45 and I like have one too many bowls of cereal. We've all been there. But the truth of the matter is that when you're experiencing hypoglycemia, you're having a fight or flight response. This is sympathetic overdrive. And when you are in sympathetic overdrive, there's a lot of hormones being released into your body that send out physical sensations that you need to eat, and your willpower is reduced, regardless whether it's hypoglycemia or a different type of fight or flight response. When you are in sympathetic overdrive, your willpower it goes down. So we want to override that with some psychology and with some yoga therapy of how we can start to then attend to hypoglycemia with greater sense of control and compassion, and then move on from it. So this is a process I've adapted from the work of Kelly McGonigal and her book, The Willpower Instinct. This is actually in my book, Yoga Therapy for Diabetes, in the hypoglycemia chapter. The steps of hypoglycemia willpower in the midst of hypoglycemia are to, one, notice. Notice thoughts, notice physical sensations, notice cravings, like there's a behavior associated with that feeling in the body, and often in hypoglycemia it's to overeat. So just recognize what's going on. Number 2 is to accept and attend to the inner experience, recognizing I'm low and now it's time to treat it. Number 3, and this is a little cliche, but it works, is to breathe and to give your body and mind an opportunity to pause and to plan. So just take a deep breath. And in that breath, you afford yourself a moment of spaciousness. Number 4 is to broaden your attention and to find an action that's going to help you achieve your goal. And in this case, with hypoglycemia, the golden rule of 15-15, of 15 grams of carbohydrates and 15 minutes of rest, that is often what's prescribed, but what's so challenging is being able to fulfill that because of all of those things we've talked about before. So, I highly recommend treating with glucose tabs or something that's measurable, that's going to be fast acting, like even sweet tarts or something to that extent, and then lying down on your couch and working with this following breathing exercise that I'm going to walk you through. The truth is, we don't always have the luxury of being able to lie down on a couch. There's been many times when I'm like mountain biking and I'm low and I just have to sit down, communicate with everyone, hey guys, sorry, but I'm having a moment, give me 15 minutes here, and hopefully you have friends or loved ones, exercise partners that understand. Or maybe it's your kids, or maybe it's your work setting, but having that time where you can give yourself at least 15 minutes to attend to the experience and to be with it. And that's the most challenging part, is that waiting, that 15 minutes of waiting, because you've done everything you're supposed to, but everything else, all the signals in your body are telling you that something wrong is happening. And so instead of reacting to that, being able to just be with it is essential. And that's where breathing comes into play. I'm going to walk you through those steps again, but now in a guided practice. So once you've found a comfortable place, whether that's a seat or lying down, please close your eyes and begin to tap into your breath. Just breathing in any way that suits you, any way that feels comfortable and soothing in this moment. Allow your breath to expand into the abdomen. This is an abdominal diaphragmatic breath. Inhale, let the abdomen expand. Exhale, allow the abdomen contract. Calm, slow, smooth breathing. And just notice thoughts. Notice sensations, if any sensations are still present in the body. Any emotions. Observe that craving, that urge at times to need to do more, or to eat more, or to treat this feeling. Just notice and recognize that you have already attended to this experience. You've already treated the low. And now it's just waiting. Recognize you have done everything that you can. You are safe. And that this feeling is temporary. Please inhale for the count of 4. Expand the belly. Exhale for 8. Draw the abdomen in towards the spine. Inhale 4. Exhale 8. There's no hurry in your breath. You can always count faster as needed so that the breath feels good. It feels nurturing, like a support. That this feeling of this breath is the same feeling of support and nourishment for both your body and your mind. Inhaling vitality, that nourishment, and exhaling out any anxiety, any worry, any of those urges, so that they just leave you. Now please inhale for 4 and hold your inhale for 2. Exhale for 8. And pause for 2. Repeat that again. Inhale 4. Pause 2. Exhale 8. Pause 2. Please continue. Hold after the inhale, relax. Exhale slowly. In the pause after the exhale, soften. You are safe. Inhale for the count of 4. Pause for 4. Exhale 8. And pause for 4. Repeat that again. Inhale 4. Just expanding your belly, relaxing it. Pause for 4 counts. Exhale 8 counts. And pause for 4 counts. Please continue like this for just another minute. Breath is helping the mind to calm, the body to still, and supporting a re-establishment of balance. Please just inhale for 4 counts and no pause. Go right into an exhale of 8. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Now relax your breath and observe where you're at now in the body and mind. Thoughts, sensations, emotions, maybe some of that urge, craving to respond has subsided. You are safe, you are whole, and that you can go about the rest of your day with that same level of intention and fullness as before. I'm back to 101. It's all good, loves. So I hope you can see that this kind of work is beneficial even if you're not in the midst of hypoglycemia. And I highly recommend working with your breath and working with meditation when you are not being challenged, so that when you are in an acute stress response, that you have a firm foundation to pull from. Because like I said, when you are in when one is experiencing sympathetic overdrive, like a fight or flight response, we lose our willpower. So if we have a foundation to pull from, that remembrance of direct experience of calm, it's easier to pull from that and to drop back into it. So please leave your comments. I would love to hear about your own experiences of working with hypoglycemia, what you find beneficial, what are your challenges. Check out my book, Yoga Therapy for Diabetes. This is part of the hypoglycemia chapter, and we have tons of practices for different types of hypoglycemia as well as other diabetes challenges. If you'd like to learn more about yoga therapy for diabetes, check out my website, sorokayogatherapy.com, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Thank you for your presence.